Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this recap the first of two college football playoff games. Today, the third one will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. The Sugar Bowl, Notre Dame and Georgia due to a attack that happened in New Orleans today. I just don't get the difference between postponing it from now until 4 o'clock tomorrow. I kind of don't get it. I get it because there's an attack and it's a horrible tragedy. Of course, that's how we start 2025. People can't be normal nowadays. And it's not just over football. It's just people, man, nowadays. But yeah, that's an update. That got postponed. But yeah, let's talk about this bowl game here. Number 3 Texas beats number 12 Arizona State. 39-31 reaction. Man, rooting for Arizona State so hard, man. I was heartbroken. That was a really good college football playoff game. And you guys have probably watched all my other recaps. I've complained about all these games being 10 plus points being decided. Well, this was a hell of a game. I think Arizona State should be proud how hard they fought. They were down by 16 points in the fourth quarter. They come back to tie this game, even took the lead in overtime. That was just an instant classic. This was a classic game. Cam Scadaboo balled out in the second half. Just an incredible game. So I like what I saw from Cam Scadaboo. No outcome can change the pride that Arizona State had this year, because you got a tip of the cap, because they were picked to finish last in the Big 12, and then go on to win the league and make the playoffs is no small feat. They pushed Texas, a top, I believe a top 3 seed. I forgot what seed they were. I don't know. They have the AP rankings still up. But this was a hell game. Kenny Dillingham, he has that program going in the right direction. That was a heartbreaker, but that was a hell of a game. Both quarterbacks balled out. Sam Leavitt was kind of just all over the place early, but Sam Leavitt played a good game too. And Cam Scadaboo struggled early. They weren't really blocking well, but he played a lot better in the second half. And Texas, they should have never got the ball back. It looked like a targeting penalty on Texas. To me. And in terms of targeting, I'm going to be honest. What is targeting now? It looked like targeting to me. That was just a bad call, and Texas should have never got the football back to in the fourth quarter. That's not to excuse Arizona State. They had the lead in overtime. They left a dude open on 4th and 13. I'll get to that in a moment. We might as well just get rid of the targeting rule. Just do away with it if they're not going to call it consistently. Yeah, he went straight up, but you can't go helmet to helmet. It doesn't matter. You can't target the head or neck of a defenseless player regardless if they launch or not. But, Arizona State did overcome that in regulation because fucking Bert Auburn choked. But given the momentum of the game, they should have still had the football. But Texas is going to get eliminated next round. This just isn't that good of a team. The offense was okay. Ewers, yeah, the stats will look good, but he really wasn't that great. 20 of 30, 322, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I'll give him credit. He threw 2 touchdowns in the overtime to win it, but throughout that, he wasn't that great. But he was the difference in overtime. I'll give him credit. You gotta give credit where credit's due. He was good in overtime. Threw 2 touchdowns. But it's a blown coverage. I could have made that throw. But he did what he needed to do to win the game. 4 total touchdowns, 3 passing and 1 rushing. But he was clutching the big moments. So you gotta give credit where credit's due. 4th and 13. Yeah, and you just gotta give credit, though, to Texas. Because they were up 24-6. They could have just... they could have just quit. And Kenny Dillingham even took responsibility for the loss, including a cover 0 call on 4th and 13 that they recognized and checked into a max protection on Matthew Gomes run his double move. But I mean, there was a missed call in the 4th quarter. Yes, every big hit's not targeting, but you can't lower your helmet. They couldn't run the football. Give credit to Arizona State's defense. They were really well defending the run. Wisner, 18 runs, 45 yards. Jaden Blue, 4 runs, 4 yards. Even fucking fumbled, which caused a safety. Quinn Ewers with a rushing touchdown, 4 total TDs. Matthew Golden, 7 catches, 149 yards, and a touchdown. He's emerged as wide receiver 1 for this team. Wisner, 4 catches, 40 yards. Gunnar Helm, 3 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Didn't do anything until the 4th quarter. Jaden Blue, 1 catch, 11 yards. Wingo, 2 catches, 33 yards more. 2 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown. Trey Moore had a hell of a game. Sacked Leavitt twice. Mukoba had the interception. Andrew Mukoba to intercept it to end the game. They sacked Leavitt, I believe, 3 times. Bert Auburn missed 2 field goals, which almost cost them the game. Texas controlled this game really through 3 quarters, 17-5. The only points Arizona State was a field goal and a safety and another field goal. And when it was 24-6, I'm like, it's over. But Arizona State, touchdown, 2-pointer. Interception, touchdown, 2-pointer. And then we had to overtime. Arizona State outscores them 16-7. They both score touchdowns in that first overtime. Texas gets the touchdown and the 2-pointer in OT2. Arizona State comes up short. There was an interception in it, but 11-3 season, won the Big 12. This was a hell of a ride for Kenny Dillingham and this team, and he's going to have them keep going forward. Sam Leavitt, yes, he had the interception. I didn't think he played that bad. He dealt with a lot of pressure in this game, and I felt like he did at times the best he could, trying to avoid pressure. He was 24-46, 222, no touchdowns, 1 interception. He played okay. I'm not take that back. He didn't play great, but he played okay. 13 runs for 60 yards. Scattaboo, man. 30 carries, 143 yards, 4.8 a carry, 2 touchdowns for Cam Scattaboo. What a hell of a season, man. He was the offensive MVP of the Peach Bowl. I thought he was the best player on the field. He had 284 total yards. He was the best player on the field today. Like, they struggled early. They struggled early to create lanes, but he got going in the second half. I thought he was great. Was it offensive interference? Maybe, but oh well. He also threw a 42-yard touchdown, 1 for 1, 42 yards and a touchdown. Their punter even threw a pass and a fake punt. So they pulled out all the trick plays they could in this game, and Scattaboo was just excellent, man. What a season for Scattaboo. Over 1,000 yards. And that dude's just so good. Like, after contact, if you don't bring him down with that first tackle, he's gonna take it for a big game. Like, that dude's amazing. He also had 8 catches, 99 yards. Malik McLean, 1 catch, 42 yards and a touchdown. Stovall, 7 catches, 34 yards. Omier, 42 catches, 40 yards. Blazin Lono Wong, their defensive tackle, caught a fake punt. It's one of the names of all time. Had 32 yards. Gulleroy, 3 catches, 19 yards. Mateer, 16 yards. And Brown, 14 yards. They sacked Sam Leavitt, Sam Leavitt. Texas sacked him about, I think, like 2-3 times. Arizona State 2-3 on field goals. One of them got blocked. But Texas moves on to the semifinals. I think they're going to get just beat by Ohio State or Oregon. I just don't think Texas is this good of a team. I mean, they almost blew a 16-point lead in this 4th quarter. They blew the lead. It was tied. I just don't think Texas is that good, man. If they can't run the ball, I just don't trust Quinn Ewers. Like, yes, I know the stats will look good because he had 2 touchdowns in overtime, but I still don't trust Quinn Ewers against, say, Ohio State. But you gotta give credit. So, I'm just coping because I wanted to see an upset in Arizona State win, but that was a hell of a game. I mean, Cam Scattaboo, his final time as a Sun Devil, going into the league. And Arizona State trailed 14-0 after 14-3 after the first quarter, but they battled back. So you gotta give credit where credit's due. I mean, they didn't give up; they battled back, and it was a hell of a season for Coach Dillingham and Scattaboo. Texas moving on. Texas is moving on, unfortunately. Yeah, we get to see the boring teams in the semifinals. That probably outside of Ohio State that I didn't want to. Outside of Ohio State, I don't know if I want to root for anybody else in the semifinals. But that was just way too close. 24 to 8 in the fourth, and they collapsed. They just got to get it together. Like, Texas's 2 starting offensive tackles are hurt. Their wide receiver, 1 being hurt. Halfback, 1 being hurt. Like, they have some. Texas just got outplayed, outcoached, and outperformed in that fourth quarter. ASU just didn't have enough gas left in the tank, especially. Just so many missed opportunities that made this game even close. But it is what it is. Just gotta give credit, but it sucks. But credit Quinn Ewers, he back against the wall. He came up big. He came up big for this week. He did show when the lights were the brightest, but he didn't play good overall the whole game. But it was an easy throw. But whatever. But Cam Scadaboo left it all out there. I guess I'm just coping because I wanted to see an upset. Still, 0 upsets in these college playoffs. But yeah, peace. Or no, I'll go over the Texas stat. Did I go over all the stat sheets? Yes, I did. Okay, peace.